Good day, viewers. Welcome to a cemetery channel. I'm a Florida Golden Girl, your host. Today's travel adventure takes me to Orlando, Florida International Drive. Folks, this is a place I've been wanting to go to for a long time. There he is for your viewing pleasure. It's my sidekick.
Yeah, I'm wearing the mask today because air quality has been crappy here in Florida since January. Smoke everywhere.
So where are we going to today?
Looks like that racetrack.
We're going to
That
the car museum.
Racetrack car museum.
Yeah. So I am a classic car buff. I have been a classic car buff since I was 12 years old, and my older brother taught me how to drive a 55 Chevy that was 3 on the tree. And my sidekick loves classic cars, and we are going to go and have a fun day and check them out. I have been to other automobile places, such as there's one in San Antonio, in San Marcos. Then there was one up in Pennsylvania I went to a long time ago. And then the other ones were in outside of Los Angeles. It's called the Nethercutt Museum. And oh my gosh, I got to see Rudolph Valentino's car. I had so many pictures, but the problem is that I lost everything because of a hard drive that failed. So it is August. We are not in tourist season, so you could see this place is empty. And any other time, I believe it's probably going to be filled up with people, which is perfect for us because we can just enjoy everything and we don't have to worry.
There it is. Sir.
Oh, snap. You want to move the car or what?
Yeah, we got to move the car.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and walk while my sidekick is going to move the car. But look at this. Isn't this freaking awesome? My brother would just love this stuff. I mean, if I had the money and was able to do this, I would buy him a classic car. You can also rent exotic cars here as well. So let's go check it out, folks. Okay, so for 2 tickets, it was $51. But here we are. And so we're going to start. So this looks like this is an old-time police car. But I'm not a fan of the music, so hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. But look at this. I mean, I don't know if that's homemade or what, but this is where this is what I wanted to do, to look at. I mean, this is what I'm passionate about, is I love the Model A's and the Model T's. But I'm a purist at heart. Can you just see that? I think you have to somehow work your way around. But there he is, folks. Look at this. I mean, I remember these cars. Remember, I'm not sure. For all of my older people, I remember those cars. I used to see them in Europe. And then we used to, oh my gosh. This is a meter. So this is a rare car right here. Look at that. They always say that you could tell the year of the car by the headlights. This is a Mercury.
I remember those.
Yep, and this is a 1963. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a Chevy right there, but they've messed with that. Look at that. It's starting to get some rust on the grill, but they can bump that out. Isn't that beautiful? And this is a Packard. And so Packards, I think the last Packard that was made was in the 50s. I could be wrong, folks. And then this is a Clipper. So this is an early 50s model. It could be a 52 or a 53, maybe even a 54. Look at this. Look at that. And this is I have no idea what that is, but look at that. I mean, it's a shame. You really can't. The thing is at the other museums, you really can get up and, you respect the car, but this is a Mercury, but this is a Headlights and Grill's going to tell you, but I'm not sure what the year is. I'm thinking 30s or 40s, if you could see that. And then this is a Chevy. Isn't that pretty? And that's a Hudson right there. That's a rare car because they don't make those anymore. Why the hell would you paint a car purple? That's such a shame. But I think I don't know how you get over here, but I think we're gonna go and we're gonna check all of these out over here. You have a sale. Let's go over here so we can do some more filming.
Yeah.
So if you want to ride bumper cars, if you want to, I guess, eat something, but I'm not going to eat their food because one can get sick. My plan is that we're going to tour this and then we're going to go get something to eat. But this is such a treat. I've been wanting to come here for such a long time. So I hope everybody's having a good day and enjoying. But I'm telling you folks, this place is not cheap to go to. So I'm not sure what the fee is just to get in, but it is whatever. Okay, so so they have 20 themed rooms. I don't see if you can see that or not, but there really is a lot to do here. And I know people that have been here for 5 hours and still haven't seen everything. But I just want to see the classic cars. Look at this. That's not the original motor. The only thing that's original is the body. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. You've got an old one over there. That's one of the original ones, because the early models they had wood in it. The frames were wood. Again, my brother would go crazy coming here. I remember those. There's people that still have those today. Look at that.
Chevrolet.
Yeah. Now, back in the day, people like to fix up, they put fancy hood ornaments on their car. And see, these are just, this looks like this is a Nash. Oh, and this is from Texas. How do I know? I used to live in Texas, and we used to have those. That was the registration thing right there. So, and this is the car. This is a, what year is that? That's a that looks like a 1964 or a 5 Volkswagen. Again, I could be wrong. The color is not original.
Those used to be famous.
Yep, that's a Nash. And it's such a shame that we no longer manufacture cars in this country. Isn't that beautiful? That's a Mercury. And this is a 57. And it says it was an official pace car. That's a Rolls. Now these are the ones I love. These are I don't know if that's a Duesenberg or a Roadster, but those are the cars I would love to own. That one right there. And this is a Ford. And this looks like a early 60s model. I have no idea if Elvis owned that car or not. And this is a Scorpion. Look at that. Less than 30 were built by John Wills. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. So we're going to walk further down. And like I said, this just gives us something to do, you know. And I've been wanting to come here, but what we don't want is to be around a lot of other people. And so this is welcome to the 20s. It's my favorite time period. So. This is a Packard. So, yeah. Isn't that pretty?
1925.
And then, and this, I think this is, that's a Ford. So, and that's another Ford. So, that's a 31 Chevrolet. Isn't that beautiful? And then, oh, that's supposedly the Bonnie and Clyde car. I don't know if that's the real one, but you just don't know. And this is a New York, this is a 1930s car. So I guess we're going to the 1930s. Isn't this cool? So, the 30s cars were just as cool, isn't that? Wow. See, the U.S. did some things right, and that's build good cars. And then this is welcome to the 40s. So this gives you an idea of, oh, these are boats. And this gives you an idea of some of the boat engines that they had back in the day. I'll tell you what, I'll bet you they still run today. And this is the Cars of the Stars. Okay, let's see what this means. So that means somebody famous owns this. Okay, so this is a Plymouth. And then this is supposedly, I have no idea. Okay, so this says this is Christine. So this is a 59 Plymouth Fury, and this is the car used in the movie Christine. Okay, and there's my girl Marilyn, and then this is the Green Hornets car, and this was used by Kato. Isn't that cool? So that was used by Kato. Green Hornet. Yeah. And then they really don't give you any information on these two cars. They may be Kato Green Hornet cars. Okay, here's your favorite one, honey, the Twilight Zone. I feel every day that I wake up with my sidekick, it's a Twilight Zone day. There you go. So y'all remember Shaggy and Scooby and the Mystery Machine? And then this is the Dukes of Hazzard car. One of them. They had so many of them. So, I mean, in the Dixie, this was Daisy Duke's car. And then this was Sheriff Roscoe Coltrane's sheriff car. And this is a 74 AMC Matador. What? Yeah.
It's actually used.
Yeah.
There it is right there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm not feeling it. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. Well, they had quite a few of them. Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think? So, what do you think so far?
I'll tell you what, that's worth a lot of money. It's all right. It's good. It's good. It's all right.
All right. You ready, sidekick? Sidekick. Sidekick.
Come on, honey.
They like to see you. They like your opinion. You know that? I mean, you're more famous than I am.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Okay. So. Greta Garbo, Jean Harlow, Bing Crosby, Shirley Temple, Humphrey Bogart. Okay. Okay, so this guy was talking about, this is the Bonnie and Clyde car. See? And then these are one of the earlier cars. And this is an American-made one. And that's how they used to steer. And then they had a crank, it was crankcase. It doesn't give you any information on the year or anything.
Welcome to the Turtles.
So this is an early one here.
Look at that limousine.
Yeah,
The
come on.
longest car in the world.
So
That's literally the longest car in the world. it's been restored and it can be used.
So
It's got a helipad, putting green, jacuzzi, tub, seating for 75 people with 26 wheels.
that's ridiculous. Okay, so
It's got a helipad.
so we're gonna go into here and we're gonna see what they have here. So that's a 27 Duesenberg, which is rare. I freaking love them cars. This is another Duesenberg. They might be different models. Do you see that? And that's a Roadster right there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Woo! Look at this beauty. Oh my gosh. That's a two-seater right there, but I don't know what it is. They don't really give you... That's got to be a European one. It says... Oh, it's another Duesenberg. So pretty much they're all three Duesenbergs, but they're various years, various models. Okay, so, and that looks,
Because they're interesting stuff, crazy stuff like that. Keep on going on. It's got a
Yeah.
helipad.
yeah, I'm going to. So this is Israel, and this is the Moshe Levy collection. And so this gentleman evidently had a whole bunch of classic cars that he sold. So this is an Israeli car here, and it is American Veteran Support Foundation. It's a Corsair. Corsairs were they only made so many. So that may have been one of the very first Corsairs that were made. And the thing about the Corsairs is that there was a story that went around about them that they caught fire easily or something like that. So it was like a cheaper answer to the Corvette. But Corsairs, I mean, when I lived in San Francisco, you've seen those babies all over the place. Isn't that beautiful? And then this is a Studebaker Lark 6 model. And that's those you see in Israel. And look at this. Isn't that pretty? It looks like it was retiled in leather, but there's the original dashboard. I'm not a fan of this music, folks. This is I have no idea what that is. But this is really, isn't that pretty? That looks like that ain't been used in a while, but I think at one time he did drive this. It doesn't really say what it is. It's a Sabre. I don't know what that means, but it's very pretty. So these are cars that this gentleman donated. So let's see. So these are French cars, and so that's a 1930 Citroen. This is another Citroen. So these must be various cars, but they're probably all Citroens. I don't know. Let's check it out. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, when I now those are I'm familiar with because it had some type of an electric thing that went up and went down. Pretty cool. That's a Panhard. And now we're going to go welcome to Italy. So I wanted to pause for a moment and say welcome to Italy. Alfa Romeo, I remember those cars. They were so popular. The smaller ones, when I was in Paris, you've seen them all over the place. And these are all Italian cars. This is a 1950 Fiat Topolino. Isn't that pretty? Like I said, the new ones you really never see, but that's probably welcome to Germany right here. Interesting. I mean, I can see where this just goes on forever and ever. Look at the various Volkswagens. I'll tell you what, that's the one car they got right. And that was so the Russian one, you only have a few. No, I've never been to Russia. I've been to East Germany. I've been a long time ago when they had an East Germany. Welcome to England. And the first thing you see is a 1947 Rolls. Isn't that a beauty? I'll tell you what, when it comes to classic cars, the English got it right. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. You know, you pay a lot of money to see the cars, and they've got cameras all over the place, but you're like back here. They've got 7 cars, but you can't really see anything. This is ridiculous. That's an old Bentley right there. And for those that do not know, Bentley is made by Rolls-Royce. Today, they're just too much money. Rolls-Royces break down. So, and then here we go. These are all Austin Healey's. Yeah. Okay, so we're towards the back where the music is not disruptive. And so I figured we're in the back where it has Cars of the Stars, Military, Cuba Libre, Thunderbird, Harley, Great Gatsby. So, come on, sidekick. I'd like to go to the Chrysler Lounge and see what they have.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, let's go over here. And so, I like it back here because you don't hear no music. All right, so we're going to the Chrysler Lounge. Hey folks, we are in the Chrysler Lounge and you can just see, look at this. You have Imperials. And did I ever drive in an Imperial? I've driven in quite a few classic cars, but that's a long time ago. This is a Imperial. I can remember this color here. My mother owned a station wagon. I have no idea. It was an early 60s model, but she had that thing till it just literally fell apart. Isn't that a beauty? And look at that engine. Literally, that's a clean engine. Look at that. So these are all Chrysler Imperials, different years. Look at this. That's an old one right there. Look at that. I'm telling you, the older ones are just, steel. There was pride in the work. You paid, but you knew it was quality. I mean, the only sad thing is that, it was real easy for somebody to rip your car off. But today, if you own a classic car, you literally have to have that thing under lock and key. There's too many people that would strip it for parts or just take it. All right, so we are on to the next one. Okay, we are now in what's deemed the Great Gatsby room, and the 20s is my time period. I love everything about it. This is a 1939. Well, Gatsby was 20s. Gatsby wasn't 30s, you know, but they got their time periods wrong, or I got my time periods wrong. But look at that. It's a 1936. It's a 38. That's ragtime, and that's 20s music. Okay, Art Deco period was late 20s to the 30s. This is a 1940. Isn't that pretty? I love that color. That's Art Deco color right there. And this is a 30 Buick right here. And then this is a 1929. I have no idea what that is. Isn't that pretty? Look at those headlights. And that's an Art Deco color right there. Look at that. It's a 1939 Dodge. And look at that engine. Isn't that cool? Wow. '20s music. This makes no sense. But I'm just here to look at the... So this is a Buick. A 1937 Buick. Time period for that's all wrong. And this is a 1941 Cadillac. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. President Roosevelt. So this is evidently a car owned by President Roosevelt. And it said that after his presidency, the Cadillac D series was modified to accommodate his disability. And this is it. Pretty cool, huh? And then this is a 1940 Graham Hollywood. And it said, so these were made in Hollywood, or in the LA area. Pretty cool, huh? All right, on to the next one. Okay, folks, we pretty much have seen everything we wanted to see. There's so much more to this place, but you know, you really have to have the stamina to want to see everything. It's interesting to see the cars, but I just don't like the way they have everything displayed, you know? So we're gonna go into the gift store and see what they've got. Okay, folks. So we are where they, this is the James Bond Museum. So everything here is actually from the movie. So I went to the gift store and they naturally did not have anything there but crap. I bought a magnet. That's about as much as I will ever do. But the cool thing is so the person that owns this museum is a billionaire. He's 85 years old. He lives in New York and he's a real estate developer. So he comes down once a month or whatever. And then what he does is he will come by, check and see things out. But actually one man owns all these cars. I personally do not like the way they are displayed. My brother had one like that. Those are cool. But yeah, this is all just like a James Bond museum of all the cars and stuff that were used in all the various movies. You know, This is my favorite car here. I think it's a is it a Jaguar? I kind of think that's cool. But I mean, it's got them all. Okay, Sidekick, what are your thoughts on your visit to the museum?
Well, from what we gathered, this museum is owned by a billionaire, Michael Dextra. Michael Desert. He's a developer from New York.
How old is he?
He's 86. And in my opinion, he's a scumbag.
Okay. But what are your thoughts about the museum?
The museum is it's just all his collections of all his cars that he collected, charging overpriced $50 just for us to see it. You know, $50 is a lot of money. I could see maybe like 20, 22, you know?
Uh-huh.
Maybe 20. No more than 20.
Uh-huh.
So, but some of the cars were cool. I have to admit, some of the cars were cool. Aston Martin, some of the German cars, some of the Italian cars,
Uh-huh.
and all that. So overall, you know, it was cool to see some of the cars, the collections. But it's not worth the money to see it.
Okay.
I wouldn't go back, put it that way.
No, we're not going to go back. Okay, folks, so that is Desert's Auto Museum in Orlando on International Drive. I want to thank you for coming along with me on this interesting tour. Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell to let you know when a new video will be uploaded. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend. I appreciate everybody that supports my channel, and pass the word on. We're off for more adventures. Come next month, we'll be back to cemeteries. But it's so freaking hot out right now, folks. You know? But this is the museum in a short. There's some people here, but not as much as I would imagine it would be in the past. So anyway, thank you for watching. So long for now. See you in the next travel adventure.